Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me once again for another episode. First of all, want to apologize for last episode's mishap with the microphone. I had already uploaded when I played it back. The first time it sounded perfectly fine, but then when I heard it on the channel, it sounded just a little bit tinny. I have a new mic and I'm always struggling with this mic, aren't I? Thank you guys anyways for bearing with me. I'm so glad you guys are liking the new material. I want to take a more educational approach to the channel. While we're still going to be talking all things royal, I definitely want to start incorporating a little bit more of a teach a man to fish type of feel. It's something that I'm really passionate about that drove me to the Duke and Duchess in the first place. I'm definitely really interested in their volunteer work and their educational efforts. So, in the spirit of learning new things, I'm really excited about today's episode. We are going to talk all things wealth building. They do have some royal wealth strategies that are kind of atypical, a little bit illegal, a little RICO-y there, but that's neither here nor there. What we're talking about today is building wealth like they do. So, what are the avenues that they build wealth with? Other than yanking it from your cold hands, they do a lot of diverse portfolio work. And what do I mean by that? I mean, they invest. They have real estate, they have insurance, they have a lot of various ways that they draw money in. Everyone says that it's tourism and it's this and then that. No, 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 no. It's not actually tourism. They're not really the most popular attractions in Europe or in the UK. Obviously, the Palace of Versailles is for Europe, and then in the UK, I believe it's Windsor Museum. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're not like the top tourist destination, but I'm not sure where they lie on the list. But what I do know is that they have a lot of side hustles. Even Queen Elizabeth was out there slinging ketchup and gin and all kinds of stuff, right? So they have side hustles. I highlighted a piece of their side hustles in the It Girl Diaries. So you might want to go back and revisit that. One of my favorite episodes because it was all things fashion and Meghan had a serious fashion moment in like the 2010s. It was so cute. But yeah, I highlighted things like Zara's I forget the name of the clothing company, but she like kind of quote unquote models for this clothing company. Mike Tyndall has Survivor or whatever that thing was that he was on that he was groping women, promoting some kind of cannabis now too. I don't know. James and Pippa have had several failed ventures, and even like the Queen's son is slinging, what is that, a cookbook? How to cook meth. Forgive me, I don't really know. They're just all doing their things, right? So it's important to like diversify and be into other things so that you can have several streams of revenue. I have picked the top three. It's three, but it's actually four. So insurance, investing, real estate, and then the fourth one, that's not really a wealth builder. It's more just like a go-to resource list for job hunt, stuff that'll help you along the way, right? First things first, for wealth building like a royal, Meghan and Harry have so many different areas that they've invested in and that they are continuing to invest in, and these are just a couple highlighted. Clever Brands, they've both invested in real estate in Portugal. She has Highbrow Hippie, they both have Ethic, and then she has Sesta, which I just covered in the last video. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. I will link all the videos referenced in the description down below. And again, you can just kind of check those out. So yeah, they have a wealth of diversity in their portfolio. They've got obviously stocks, and now they've diversified very heavily with not only these brands, but Harry's into Travelist, and that has a whole host of different partnerships and contracts and deals going on. And then there's just a lot of things with like their Netflix deals and the books and Harry's job at Better Up. They have a lot of diversity in their income streams. But you can definitely start off a little bit more practical. When I started out in stock market and trading, I started with these stocks. These are kind of your tried and true, tested over time stocks that I feel and I have seen in my own portfolio really do well. Started with Apple, Procter and Gamble, Nvidia, and Microsoft, which are kind of the more known tech giants. And then there's Axon. I discovered this company called Axon. They make police body cams and body cams for other paramilitary operations. Check it out. Definitely highly recommend it. Then there are US Treasury bonds. They are among the safest. They're backed by the feds. They have inflation protection, so they're called TIPS, which are Treasury Inflation Protected Securities. So when inflation does hit, those are protected. Then there's your tried and true money market accounts and high yield savings, which are great because they're accessible. And by accessible, I mean you can pull on their equity before a certain period of time. So for like CDs and other types of deposit accounts, certificate of deposit accounts, and other accounts like that, you can't touch the money for a certain period of time, whether it's 5 years or 10 years. It's kind of like an 401k, to where if you draw from your 401k early, you'll be penalized for that. So CDs are similar to that in that they're very inaccessible for a period of time, whereas money market accounts and high yield savings accounts are not. They don't have those same penalties. So these low risk investments are really good starter ideas. Moving into some of Meghan's investments that I really love, the Clever brands and the Highbrow Hippie investments, I think are her best so far. And I'm really excited to see what else she dips into because these are just really financially solid moves. The next area of portfolio diversification that the Sussexes are really good at is real estate. So, as we all know, they had Frogmore, they didn't have Frogmore. Now they have a nice cushy home in the Montecito Hills, and we love the home, but I'm really glad that they've diversified their real estate holdings to that property in Portugal. This is a really good move. Real estate is always a really good move, and especially in a country like Portugal where it's very much developed and they have luxury accommodations, they have a lot of things that are going to draw people to that area. It's a golf course resort style situation. It's absolutely gorgeous. It sounds like it's near Eugenie and Jack's place, allegedly. It's going to be very interesting to see what else develops in the real estate portfolio. You just have to have some real estate if you're ever going to be happy. Obviously, the Windsors own a significant part of the UK, plenty of homes, plenty of real estate, and Harry's little abode here. Very quaint. If you want to get into real estate and you are tight on a budget or just aren't looking to spend that much, you can actually buy properties with a lot of different kinds of programs like NACA, FHA loans, USDA loans, VA loans, and then there are loans that are specific to your state and region. Programs like Home Ready and Home Possible, the Good Neighbor Next Door program, state and local first-time home buyers assistance programs through your bank or credit union or various other types of institutions. And then there's the actual bank-specific programs like Bank of America's Community Homeownership Commitment, Chase's Home Buyer Grant Program, etc. Go to your bank or financial institution and inquire about those. I'm also a really big believer in purchasing land that you can physically build on. So land for like commercial properties or residential or really whatever it is that you want to build on that land. Again, if you're kind of tight on a budget or just aren't looking to spend hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands, you can definitely acquire land through non-traditional means like the government auction system, the General Services Administration, which is the GSA, and they sell federal surplus, the Bureau of Land Management, specialty platforms like uslandauctions.com, and then you can always go to other federal listings like the HUD and USDA sites for listings on home, properties, and land. Next up is insurance. For the best option for you, I would definitely recommend talking to your insurance broker, a financial broker, someone that can explain it in further detail. The wealthy get wealthier by using insurance like a personal loan system, if you will. With indexed universal life insurance, you can borrow against that insurance and take it out when you need it. So, unlike insurance in the traditional sense, term life, whole life, universal life, variable life, where they're essentially paying death benefits, indexed universal policies are policies that you can actually borrow against. You know how you can borrow against the equity in your home? This is the same concept in insurance. It's really smart. Also want to give you guys just a couple quick tips for getting started, as well as how you can boost your careers or boost your job search. As you guys know, Harry is king of careers, Meghan is queen of careers. I mean, they have very solid work histories. And if you are also looking to boost your prospects, these are some companies that are growing very quickly. Go into their career sections and apply directly. I do not recommend LinkedIn or Indeed because there are a lot of ghost applications out there, which are people that put out job listings as if they were companies just to get resumes in so that they can use those resumes to their benefit, which is smart. I'm not going to knock those people, but come on, bro. This job doesn't exist. And then there are companies who make ghost listings because they anticipate growth and then it isn't actually realized, or they just want to give the appearance of growth and the job itself doesn't actually exist in that capacity either. So to avoid that, here are some highly growing companies, and I definitely recommend to go into their sites and apply directly. All right, and now that we are well on our way to building wealth like a true royal, here are some easy side hustles for getting you that much closer. I love the idea of freelancing. There are platforms like Fiverr or Upwork where you can showcase some of your skills. Selling printables or digital products is still very popular. Drop shipping and reselling, a little bit tougher, but really worthwhile if you can pick up a great niche and a great product that sells pretty quickly. Then there's pet sitting or dog walking for the outside and pet enthusiasts. And then you can also rent out your assets. Even if you don't have any property, if you're just renting or own any space anywhere, you can still rent it out for a profit, hourly or daily or whatever. Online tutoring, selling your stock photos or videos if you're a creative. And then there's some of your more traditional side hustles like affiliate marketing, which has been around for a very long time, as has participating in surveys or research groups, and then also the classic delivering services. So this includes Uber, Uber Eats, DoorDash. You can also sign up to be a medical supply courier, a relatively new concept for me. I had no idea that you could just be a random person and deliver medical supplies to offices. You do have to have some licenses and such in place, so definitely check those out for your state. Pay a fee and you're golden. So these are some side hustles that I think are really quick and easy ways with very little capital to start or no capital to start that you can start doing immediately to start building that wealth. Are you really going to go into 2025 as broke as you were in 2024? I'm not. No. I'm also going to diversify in 2025. I'm trying to build wealth like a royal. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I appreciate each and every one of you. Take care. Until next time, please be kind. Bye.